All right, guys. Exodus 20 today. So I'm gonna just go really fast. So it first starts out with saying that I, the Lord your God, have brought you out of the land of slavery, out of Egypt. So yeah, they should probably be following him because he showed he's a powerful God. And if you read all that, which we did, you see all his miracles and amazing things he did for them. But then he goes to say, you should have no other gods before me. That's idols and stuff like that. Because then it goes on to say, you shall not make yourself an image in any form above, in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. And it goes on to say, I'm a jealous God. So whatever it may be that we're making idols out of, for them it was statues of bronze and gold and whatnot, and ox, whatever. But for us, it can be phones, cars, jobs, houses, and we have to be careful not to put that above God, because he is a jealous God, and you don't want to have face God's wrath because you're being an idiot. Important to say. And then it says, you should not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. So that's another important verse. I think for me, the biggest thing I've realized in these last few weeks is how important the Lord's name actually is. It's holy, holy, holy. And building off that, when you understand who God is and what God is and like what he's actually like to what our human minds can comprehend, it's like, you should definitely not use his name in vain. Like as a kid, I used it a lot, but as I've grown in wisdom and grown in like strength and knowing the Bible, I'm like, I'm not saying that again, because like I don't want to face that wrath, because that is terrifying. And then it goes to say, remember the day by keeping it holy, the Sabbath day. And then it goes on to say, honor your father and mother, so that you may live long in the land of the Lord your God is giving you. Then you shall not murder, which is also anger, so don't be angry at people, because that's the same as murder, basically. You should not commit adultery. Do not lust after people, because that's, once again, adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. Don't lie. That everyone hates liars, especially God. And you shall not covet your neighbor's house. And coveting is like wishing you had something, being envious. And I think this is another important thing. When you're always wishing for the next best thing in your life, when you're always wishing for that next best thing that someone else has, it turns into envy, it turns into idolization. And when you start idolizing things, you can go back to one of the first commandments that we're told, the first things we're told, do not have any other gods before me. Because when we start idolizing, we kind of put God in the back a little bit, and we're like, I really need this, but if God gives me this, whoo, he's doing a good job. But if he doesn't, I don't know how I'm going to believe these next few weeks. That's just one extra thing. And then it goes on to say in verse 18, when the people saw the thunder and the lightning and heard the trumpet and saw the mountain and smoke, they trembled with fear. That's important, because if you can imagine staying there and seeing that and hearing that, it would be terrifying. It wouldn't be like some weak like thunder and like a little bit of lightning. No, I'm sure it was just absolutely insane, scorched mountaintop. And then moving on, Moses said to the people, do not be afraid. God has come to test you, so that the fear of God will be with you to keep you from sinning. So another important thing, don't sin. I mean, we're given a fear of God, and we can actually understand that fear of God when reading the Bible, and that should be more of a incentive not to sin, but also we shouldn't sin because of our love for God and wanting to serve him. That should be a really big part of that as well. And then below that, he goes back to idols and altars, and do not make God or idols and put them with God, because it's insulting. I mean, if you imagine this ultimate creator is holy, 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 perfect in every way, and then we're trying to put things in the same tier as him that are just meaningless, like think how insulting that is. I don't know. That's all I had. I probably missed some stuff, but if I did, let me know. And yeah, have a good day.